Has Tencent become a private equity fund? Welcome to this Valuation Masterclass case study. Just click the link in the description to download the full report for free and also my FVMR cheat sheet. So what is the company's background? Well, it's got a powerful ecosystem that spans across various industries, chat applications, TV shows, games, even music. Tencent's products and services help shape China's digital ecosystem. This giant Chinese tech company offers products and services across many sectors: social media, gaming, digital content, fintech, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence. For instance, the so-called super app, WeChat, has become an indispensable part of daily life for many Chinese citizens. And I can say that when I studied my PhD there in China, that I had to use WeChat every day. And it was a joy to use. And I paid for everything with WeChat. Tencent's revenue mainly comes from China, with a total of about $84 billion in 2023. And the other 10% or so of revenue comes from outside of China. Now, value-added services represent almost half of the revenue, and we can see games as well as WeChat. And VAS refers to a wide variety of services that add to the core offering that a business provides, and particularly them. So fintech and business services, cloud, just like Microsoft or Amazon as an example. And of course, 17% of its revenue comes from advertising. Now, around 60% of the value-added services comes from games, 42% of revenue comes from domestic games, and 18% come from international gains, whereas 40% comes from the social networks. Now, Tencent secured its global presence by serving the needs of its customers. It's the world's 24th most valuable company with a capitalization of almost $500 million. Of the top 10 global cloud services providers in 2024, it's ranked up there. And also, they ranked the biggest public game, video game company by revenue in 2023. So there's 1 billion people that are tapped into the products they have. WeChat ranked the most used social media platform in China with 87%. So let's say about 1 billion users. And Honor of Kings game ranked the highest played game in China, that had 146 million monthly active users in the third quarter of 2003. So one of the things about China that always kind of blew me away when I was studying there was the idea that everything has to be built for mass. Whether it's the turnstiles going into the trains or whatever, you have to assume it's going to be a huge amount of people. And so in that sense, China is constantly scaling. Now, WeChat and QQ users are amongst the largest in the world. WeChat users rank 6th out of all the different apps out there, and QQ ranks 14th. Now, some interesting facts from a 2016 analysis that I saw: it's 889 million monthly active users then spent an average of 50 minutes and about 10 separate times per day went to the app. Now, this is the same as the combined time that users spend daily across all meta apps such as Instagram, Facebook Messenger, the like. Now, Tencent is facing tough competition from 4 established competitors, and part of what we're going to look at is what is the company's competitive strength. There's Alibaba, and there's Baidu, there's ByteDance, and Sony from Japan that is very strong, obviously, in gaming. So the next question I want to understand is, what's the company's competitive advantage? Well, the company was founded in 1998. It's got 100,000 employees. It's in the communication services sector. And its main products are WeChat, Tencent Games, Tencent Video. And its competitive advantage comes through scaling diverse digital services, gaming dominance, and strategic investments. So how did it achieve this? Well, by creating a powerful ecosystem that spans across various industries such as gaming, social media, e-commerce, entertainment, and more. This ecosystem helped the company dominate the market. Now, the company was built on innovative mass market products. It was founded in 1998 by Pony Ma and 4 of his friends, and they kicked off with what later became QQ. And it went public in 2004, and then they launched an extremely innovative app, WeChat. Well, innovative to an extent, but it definitely got mass market appeal. But since 2011, it's been expanding through acquisition, not through necessarily brand new innovative products. So they've had an acquisition of a company, Riot Games, and Epic Games, JD.com, and also Supercell. Tesla, even, they took a 5% stake, and Snapchat, and also Universal Music Group and Sumo Group. These are some of the ones that they've gotten into. So this is where I'm asking the question, have they become a private equity firm, or a firm that's gaining from owning a lot of innovative companies as opposed to innovating on their own? So the question is, does this strategy lean to a competitive advantage? In other words, is the company financially world-class? Now, I use my world-class benchmarking scorecard to measure if a company has a competitive advantage. And here's how we construct the scorecard. My team gathers the yearly and quarterly financial data of 26,000 companies worldwide, and then we calculate each company's profitable growth score, which is a composite measure of both profitability and growth. And after that, we rank the company relative to sector peers of a similar size. A decile ranking of 1 or 2 is world-class, and 9 or 10 is the worst. And we assess the company's performance over the prior 4 years in the past 12 months, which we call PTM. So now let's try to answer that question. Is the company financially world-class? Let's look at the top of the triangle of the world-class benchmarking scorecard and see. In 2019, it scored a 2. That's world-class. In 2020, it scored a 1. That's world-class. Remember, I'm comparing this against 240 large consumer services companies worldwide. In 2021, it scored a 2. That's financially world-class. In 2022, it took a hit and it went below average at a 6. In other words, the 6th decile. But in past 12 months, it got right back up to a world-class ranking of number 2, meaning it's in the 20th decile of 240 large consumer services companies when we look at a combination of profitability and growth. Well done, Tencent. Now, is it an attractive investment right now? That's a whole nother question. Here's a chart of the company and the share price moving in Hong Kong. And I use my FVMR methodology to determine the attractiveness of any company. And FVMR stands for fundamentals, valuation, momentum, both earnings and price, and risk, both earnings and price. And here you can see my simplified FVMR scorecard. In fact, Tencent ranks the worst of the consumer services companies that I have in this rank. Why is it ranking so bad? Well, its ROA is about half of the ROA of Meta and Alphabet, as an example. And so that is one of the key things about the company. Now you can click the link in the description to get this report and this simplified FVMR scorecard. It's not perfect, but it gives you a good summary. Here you can see more that's on that scorecard for other sectors in case you want to get caught up. So click on the link in the description to download a full report for free and to get my FVMR cheat sheet. So let's wrap up and ask you, has Tencent become a private equity fund?